let's look at your top lessons. What are two things companies should avoid when they're working on their mobile strategy?
Well, one of the things that I think of the sort of the peanut butter idea. So a lot of people, when they think of mobile, they try and leverage for us as a large company is one of the things we really look at. But what you don't want to do is treat every mobile channel as identical. The mobile web is very different from apps. One has a very search-driven experience where you start out on Google and then you end up on a website. The other one is very much you have to have an app that's installed. It's much more for the loyal customer. And then the tablet is a very different experience yet again. You use it on the couch. You don't use it while you're going around. People expect a richness of experience that rivals what they have on the desktop, but they don't want it exactly the same as a desktop. They want a much more, it's on the couch, not at a desk. And so each one of those, you want to design experiences. So that's the first one I'd say, is not peanut buttering the experience. And the second thing I'd say is really this industry changes so fast, and particularly big corporations like ours, as we look to try and leverage things, we often think on a long time horizon. Walmart, it certainly thinks 5 years ahead about where our business is going to be. But in this space, it's very difficult to try and predict even a year out what's going to happen. So it really forces you into, I represent Walmart Labs, which is one of the things that we have here in San Bruno, which is a resource to the rest of the company, to think about mobile and social experiments. And that approach, mobile in particular, is very valuable because it's very hard to predict the future. So you got to keep things short. You got to try things in the market. You got to be willing to experiment, which doesn't always come naturally to companies that have a market leadership position. But I think it's imperative to do that if you want to try and keep up with customers in a market that's moving so fast.
And what benefits are you seeing from each particular device? Is it still purchases coming in from PCs and laptops and browsing done on tablets, and then the real-time experience on mobile devices?
I think what we're seeing actually is very much a mixture, right? It's all coming together. So last Black Friday, we saw a significant increase in and a real measurable percentage, close to what you've seen in industry norms, of actual transactions coming from mobile devices. So it really is not. It's not just a novelty, certainly on the mobile side, particularly in areas where people want to get that deal today. We are also seeing from the tablet side a significant level of engagement and comfort in terms of that being a commerce platform. We're seeing high conversion rates, and I think you can sort of squint your eyes to a day where tablet is converting very much similar to what desktop experiences are delivering. Don't think we're there yet. And I think the other thing, again, what I keep coming back to is we're seeing a huge impact of our devices on our in-store experience, where customers expect to be able to find out before they leave their house and plan their trip based on information they gain from their mobile device. And that is driving, and just as we look at the traffic breakdown inside our apps and inside our mobile devices, that's an ever-increasing piece of the customer experience.
Well, and that's what I'm excited to see, because giants set the standards, and Walmart is the giant.
Well, again, we go back to that conversation that that one store at a time, one customer at a time, are really the most important things. And we happen to have a lot of them that the customers have trusted us, and we think over time we are at an inflection point for retail. We don't take for granted our success, and continue trying to focus on them and hopefully grow that base even larger.